The recently introduced map Palais has a bunch of Easter eggs that you probably heard everything about 100 times already. The cat, the room, the golden eggs, the whatever else is there, I don't even know at this point. And all of that stuff is really cool, don't get me wrong, but something a little bit more obscure got my attention. Right here on the roof you can find this little guy. Seemingly just a simple reference to the Space Invaders game, but there's little more to it. It's actually based on the artworks of a well-renowned street artist known as Invader. He's famous for making these real-life pixel arts from floor tiles and just plastering them in all sorts of locations all around the world. I really like them. For me, they are just the perfect embodiment of the fun and playful side of street art. Like, his works aren't deep, they aren't really trying to send a bigger message about our society or whatever. They're just there to look nice and brighten up an otherwise unremarkable location. Sometimes that's really all art needs to be. I also love the physicality. Being made out of tiles cemented to the wall, his works stand out from the regular spray paint approach, feeling a bit more permanent and integrated into the city, if that makes sense. Like they will remain where they are for centuries to come. As well, the way Invader operates is also really cool. He organizes so-called invasions, where in a matter of days dozens of invaders appear all around the invaded city. And Paris, being his hometown, after more than 100 waves, currently hosts 1,525 invaders. Looking through them, I found this Spider-Man that is set in a very similar location, but nothing that looks like it directly inspired the one we can see on Palais. So I went and actually asked Tchick, the mapmaker who worked on most of the visuals for the map, about this reference. He told me that it's not directly inspired by any specific real-life invader. He just made it up as he saw a lot of them in Paris and thought it would fit. Turns out it was actually one of the very first models made for the original CSGO version of the map back in 2021. Yep, this map was initially made for CSGO, though was never accepted until CS2. This version is surprisingly rainy and overcast. Maybe that's the reason it wasn't featured. And the Invader is right there. Apparently the idea was that it would indicate to players that you can drop to the left here. But in practice it wasn't clear enough, so just stayed there as a small Easter egg. I'd say the later introduced running cat achieved this indication goal properly. Good job on that. So what did we learn today? A bit of street art, some history and a little level design. As well as that I can yap for minutes about the smallest of details on CS2 maps. I really just wanted to highlight this Invader reference as something so relatively small and simple, but rich in history, both from the real world and Counter-Strike. These sort of details are what makes maps feel truly alive and authentic. And I can't imagine how many more references and inside jokes are there that I missed or just didn't get. If you have any interesting stories about the details on CS2 maps, leave them in the comments below. I would love to learn something new. And as always, like and subscribe if you like the video. I will see you next week, but for now, bye bye. Did rain ruin train, did rain ruin train, did rain ruin train, did rain